Thanksgiving is coming up, and we want to know, who is it that you're truly grateful for?
At the Dental MVP, we use science to teach people skills to you, the dental professionals. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, the Dental MVP, and don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss out.
The definition of gratitude is the quality of being thankful and the readiness to show and return kindness.
So being thankful is absolutely part of it, but it's a very small part. It's that readiness to show and return kindness, that open-hearted, deliberate appreciation for others.
It is so important to differentiate the two. Saying thank you is merely a common courtesy.
Thank you.
Gratitude goes so much further beyond that. It really activates components of the brain that are the same components that are that sense of reward that you get.
Mm-hmm. It even helps in those negative situations for you to have that feeling of positivity, that positive outlook on life.
Research from over 51 experiments has overwhelming evidence that when you incentivize your team, it may reduce their natural inclination to complete tasks or to derive pleasure from that. What does that look like in dentistry? If you were to incentivize your team with a bonus system, they may complete the work, but they're less likely to get any of those side effects of gratitude or to even feel gratitude.
Long-term employees from countless amount of companies have been surveyed on this, asking them, why have you stayed with this company for so long? And guess what it usually comes down to? Not the bonus systems or the money that they got paid, but that feeling of appreciation. And that feeling of appreciation came from their leaders and their team members giving them consistent gratitude.
Glassdoor found that 80% of employees would be willing to work harder if they had a more appreciative boss. 70% of employees said that they would feel better if their boss simply thanked them.
We all want to be appreciated and valued and understood, right? So how do we move past the simple thanks into that actual feeling of gratitude? Let's walk you through some steps on how you can show gratitude.
Tip number 1, keep gratitude authentic. It really has to be something that comes from the heart. It can't be something that you're saying just because you feel like it's the right thing to say or because someone told you to say it. You can't go through a 30-minute staff meeting of like why everything is not working great and what you need to fix. And then like the last hurrah is being like, team, you've been great. I really appreciate you. You have to be authentic. Make sure that you're showing praise in those situations where people are really deserving that recognition.
Tip number 2, constant practice is a must. Gratitude truly is something that builds off of itself. And just like other things in the brain, right? The more we practice, the better we get at it. So just like walking, you got to start with baby steps and keep practicing. We are hardwired to look for negativity. It's the negativity bias in us. So it doesn't come natural for us to find this positivity in the world. It truly is something that has kept us alive, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're wired to look for worst case scenarios so we can find solutions. Unfortunately, this kind of rolls into us then looking for the negativity everywhere. Like what is not going right? What's not good enough? What needs to be fixed? So we really have to take practice and repetition to start looking for the positive around us.
Tip number 3, not only be consistent, but be consistent with novelty. Our brains love novelty. This is why something that has once swooned us starts to become kind of boring over time. What we want to do is we always want to find those positive little things and make sure that we're always grateful for them so we'll continue to be swooned.
The 4th tip, start small. So if you're that person that is not even saying thank you right now, let's start with that common courtesy. Make sure to say thank you and give some recognition. Then over time, build upon that. So get more specific. What is it that you're thankful for that this person is doing? If you're a hygienist and you're running behind and you don't have time to schedule the next appointment for your patient and you're bringing them up to the front, make sure to then go back to that person to say, thank you so much for scheduling that appointment. It really helped me to catch up on my day and made my day a lot easier. Just something specific for that person.
Tip number 5. Set goals. Remember, consistency is key. And it doesn't come naturally for us to show gratitude. The best thing to do is to set goals. Start small. Maybe say every single day, pick one person within the practice that you can show some gratitude towards. The more that you practice this, the more you will build off of it.
Now, showing gratitude doesn't mean that drama will never happen or that things won't go wrong in the office, but It's going to help to train you to see the positive and to be grateful for those moments that people go out of their way to help, even in those negative situations.
Once you have this list of individuals that you're grateful for, then you can always figure out how to give them a gift, right? In our next video, we're going to go over gift giving, which usually correlates to those people that you truly are grateful for within the practice. Can I just take a moment and thank you? Honestly, thank you so much. Without you, we would just be a bunch of weirdos in a studio recording and no one watching. So thank you for taking your time to understand people skills and watching our videos. Make sure to like this video, comment, and share with a friend.